Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the CanUK podcast, the podcast done by fans for fans of everything nerdy. And joining me this week on this show, he's not broken like a lot of games this month. Well, I guess it's debatable. It's Israel Pacheco.
Well, I'm not broken, but I got a cold, so I guess that counts.
You need an update stat, right?
Yeah, I need a antivirus check to get this cold out of here.
Well,
Patch 2.0.
well, at least you're not as glitchy as Unity, so.
Yeah.
So, aside from the cold, how are you doing this week, man?
Yeah, pretty good. A lot of games coming out. Not enough time for any of them.
Yeah, we are basically recording on Judgment Day right now, the 18th of November, the day when everything got released.
Yeah, I'm still like, what the hell? Too many games today.
Yep. I mean, arguably, 5 big games were out today. WWE, Far Cry 4, Little Big Planet 3, GTA 5 on Next Gen, and Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, and then all the smaller releases that came out, like Hatsune Miku, Project Diva Second, and I know a few other games came out also.
Never Alone on the virtual stores, the digital game.
hmm
But yeah, lots of games out today, and this is a great segue into our first segment this week. We're bringing in Big Boss's top whatever list.
Whatever.
He's the man who started this all, so it's named after him. And on this week's list, we are going to go over our top 5 most anticipated games of 2015. Before we take our look back in the year, we're going to look ahead. So, a lot of games got pushed into next year. It's scary to think how many might come out next year.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of stuff in first quarter and second quarter, even towards the end of the year also.
Yep. And on all systems, really. Everybody's going balls to the wall next year.
hmm
So, yeah, let's get our list kicked off here. And what's one on your list?
So I'll start off with Rise of the Tomb Raider, which we still don't have a definitive release date. I know there's some controversy, over the whole Xbox One gets it first. So we don't know anything about that. I'm sure by E3 we will, but it's supposed to be coming out sometime at the end of 2015. I really, really enjoyed the first game. It was a great foundation. It had some issues, like there wasn't enough tomb raiding in it for a game called Tomb Raider. It was more action focused like Uncharted, but it still was a great foundation. Really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to them improving on the mechanics of the first game, which were really solid.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with you there. I'd be excited too, but I don't own an Xbox One, so...
Yeah, we'll see what their you know what the time period is going to be between the people who get it on Xbox One and PS4. The exclusivity window.
Alright, well, the first game off of my list right here is, well, it got delayed from February to March in the past week, and that's Bloodborne. I love the Dark Souls games, even though I never finished any of them, or really got that far, to be quite honest. But they are great games, and Bloodborne is just looking so good. That dark, moody vibe. And I like the fact that it's going with more of a gothic Victorian city type setting. That kind of stuff is really, really cool to me.
Yeah, that's a game that I'm looking forward to. It's not in my most anticipated, but it's definitely one that is on my radar.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, hopefully it does do well. Really do. Alright, well, back to you.
Yeah, so the next one on my list is Halo 5, which will be out at the end of 2015, hopefully. Doesn't get delayed. But yeah, I really enjoyed Halo 4. I know a lot of people did not like Halo 4.
Hmm.
Um, but this will be the first true next-gen Halo game. Of course, a Halo 2 remastered is on a next-gen engine, but still, it's not really the first next-gen proper game. So I'm looking forward to this and see how they continue the story from 4, the Reclaimer saga, as they're calling it, for 4, 5, and 6.
Hmm.
And see the improvements that they make to the multiplayer, because 4, it kind of didn't have legs like how the previous Halo multiplayers did for Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Hmm.
I remember it being, kind of filled up during the first few weeks, and then once Call of Duty came out, it just dropped in terms of the user base. And there wasn't really a lot of people playing it like there was in comparison to Halo 3 and even games like Halo Reach
Hmm.
online. So I'm looking forward to see how that turns out. And if they make a bundle too, I'm sure they're going to make a special edition Xbox One. I wonder if that's when they're going to introduce a brand new Slim line that's rumored to be, in the works.
Hmm. Yeah, kind of curious about that. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's cool. Maybe I'll buy one, which won't happen.
Yeah.
It's got to be something better than Halo for me, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm interested to see how that game turns out to be. Alright, well, the next one on my list is a game that was once again delayed. It was supposed to be out this year, and that's Batman Arkham Knight. The last two Arkham games, or I'm sorry, not the last two, because if I'm saying that, I'm
Yeah.
including Origins. Fuck that game. The last two Arkham games done by Rocksteady, by far like two of my favorite all-time games on the PlayStation 3. City is up there in my top 10 list, actually.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, Arkham Knight, everything we've seen on this game so far looks so good. The use of the Batmobile, the larger Gotham to explore, and most importantly, I'm excited for the story. Rocksteady has been perfect, actually, when it comes to the stories of their Batman games. You have great villains. Sorry, just the story progression, it's so good.
Yeah.
And of course, the combat. Playing like Shadows of Mordor lately just has me more excited for Batman coming, since it's essentially the same thing. But yeah, that Arkham Knight cannot wait. I've already got a collector's edition pre-ordered, so
Sweet. Which one did you get? The one with the car or the one with the Batman statue?
the one with the Batman statue. Unfortunately, the
Okay.
one with the car was online only pre-orders, so
Hmm. Okay.
yeah. So I decided to go with the just the statue, the $109 one.
Hmm. Is that still available? I don't think it is. I think they both sold out rather quickly.
Wow. I really haven't looked into it recently, but
Hmm.
now I'm glad I pre-ordered mine as soon as it was available.
Yeah, because I know the one with the Batmobile went out like within a few hours that it was posted online.
Hmm.
So yeah, moving into my next game, it's the same game, Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Batman Arkham Asylum. And then I really enjoyed the sequel Arkham City, Arkham Origins. I wasn't really feeling it, but that doesn't count because Rocksteady didn't make that game. Same with Blackgate, the portable version on Vita. But yeah, really dig the Batman games by Rocksteady. They're the best comic book games in my opinion.
Hmm.
And this one's next gen. I'm going to be getting it on PS4. It's looking great from the footage that we've seen right now. And like you said, I'm looking forward to the story and see who this Arkham Knight actually turns out to be.
Hmm.
Like, because it isn't Bruce Wayne. It isn't the Batman. It's Arkham Knight. So I don't know if they're going to trying to incorporate some new characters from like the new 52 line of comics, or if they're creating their own original story. So we'll see what happens.
hmm Wait, I know who their Arkham Knight's going to be. It's going to be
Oh,
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is the argument. Oh man.
Alright, well, the next game on my list, it's another PlayStation 4 exclusive. It's The Order 1886, which, again, another game that got delayed. Poor
Yeah,
Sony. This could have been their big holiday title, but oh well.
but instead they released broken games.
Yeah. That Drive Club. Um, But yeah, I'm really excited for The Order. The cinematic look of it, again, like Bloodborne, the setting is really appealing to me. The whole steampunk London.
Mhm.
But yeah, uh, what is there to say? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
looking good. It looks like the graphics look really nice for the game. Really nice for the game. Really
mhm,
impressive.
yeah. It looks like one of the very true next gen titles, something that we wouldn't have gotten before.
Yeah, I'm with you right there. It looks like some of the footage that I've seen, like promotional material, has been pretty lifelike, honestly,
hmm
in terms of the graphics. So I'm looking forward to this one.
And I can't remember. I think it was back at might have been E3 or before that, or Gamescom. But when they showed that one trailer of the guy
With
just
the
trying to,
werewolf.
trying to
Yeah.
escape from the werewolf. That made me feel like old school Resident Evil because he wasn't trying to kill it. He was just trying to get away.
Yeah, he was trying to avoid it at
Yeah.
all costs.
So yeah, that survival horror type deal. Really, really interested in that, and yeah, the gameplay looks kind of cool too.
Mhm.
All right, over to you again.
So my next game is A Legend of Zelda for the Wii U if it comes out in 2015, which is a big if because we don't have a even a release window for this, do we? I don't
No.
remember if they said in that trailer when they first showed it off at their E3 Direct, did it have like 2015 at the end? I can't
Nope.
remember. But even then, Zelda games traditionally have a very long development cycle.
hmm
So I don't know how long they've been working on this. You know, maybe since they wrapped up Skyward Sword, which was what, like 2012, I want to say.
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
think
while
so.
since
Yeah.
Skyward Sword, maybe 2011, 2012. So
hmm
yeah, it's been a few years since we've seen, a full-scale Zelda game on the major consoles that aren't handhelds. And this one just looks fantastic in terms of the art style. It looks like a mix between Wind Waker and Skyward Sword,
hmm
somewhere in between. And it's going to be open world-esque. Like, they've been using that, like describing it that way, like an open world Skyrim style game. So that has me excited. So looking forward to that one. A big release for the Wii U that the Wii U
Yeah.
definitely needs, but at this point, things aren't picking up that much for the Wii U. So
Yeah, it definitely needs that title. I'm excited for it as well, but I don't think in any way this game's coming out in 2015. I think it's going to be safe to say it's going to be a holiday 2016 title.
mm,
But
yeah, hopefully. Honestly, I thought they would have dropped the Wii U by then, by the end of 2016. So
well,
we'll
isn't
we'll
that the
see how it
trend?
turns
A
out.
Zelda game comes out and then they put out a new system the next year.
Well, yeah, they always have like a swan song. Like, let's go back. Yeah, Majora's Mask came out in 2000, and the GameCube came out 2001.
hmm
Wii U came out 2000. Was it? Yeah, 2012. So yeah, Skyward Sword came out in 2011 then. So I guess this comes out 2016, and then the Wii U successor comes out the next year,
The Wii
which
U
seems,
U.
yeah, Wii U ducks, whatever the hell they call it.
Well, let's keep the Nintendo trend going, because the next game on my list is one that right now they're saying they're hoping for a
Yeah,
2015
this one
release
we'll
date.
see. I know what you're gonna
Yeah,
say.
Xenoblade Chronicles X, the second game I bought a Wii U for.
Mhm.
And in that last Nintendo Direct they showed, oh my god, this game is looking beautiful and massive too.
Yeah, it looks a lot bigger than what I thought in terms of its scope.
Hmm.
When it has like the new Los Angeles now and that whole I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of strange when I was watching the footage. I was just expecting, like Xenoblade Chronicles, like giant world with towns, but not like a futuristic Los Angeles.
Yeah, yeah, the game's just looking stunning. Never played the first Xenoblade Chronicles. Be nice if they do what they did with Bayonetta, and package the first one in there too. Nintendo,
Yeah.
hint, hint, wink, wink. But well, I guess it's coming out on the new 3DS anyway. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X. That game's just looking so good. It's almost a shame that it's a Wii U exclusive. Yeah, really excited for that one. So, out of the five, what's your final five? Fifth.
This is easy. Uncharted 4 on the PS4. Number one most anticipated game for me. Huge fan of the Uncharted series. I'm looking forward to see what they do since it has really been Sony's flagship series in recent memory.
Hmm.
And the graphics, I'm sure, are going to look amazing because what we've seen from that character design of Nathan Drake, that model, the
Yeah.
next gen model, looked ridiculous.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that translates into a full scale game, and I'm interested to see where they take this story. If they're going to go in the direction of a darker tone, like they did with The Last of Us, or are they going to keep it, like the whole Uncharted vibe, Indiana Jones vibe, action serials of the past. So we'll see where it goes. But either way, I'm still really excited for this one.
Hmm. Yeah, me too. That game's gonna be so good. But I didn't include it on my list because, I don't know, I do have an inkling feeling that it's going to be
Yeah,
delayed.
this is going to be delayed. Oh, I'm hoping it isn't.
Yeah, me too, me too.
But
But,
as long as it doesn't come out broken,
yeah. Well, as long
make
as
it
it doesn't
delayed.
come out
Yeah.
in November, I think it'll be safe.
Hmm.
uh, that being said, the last game on my list, it's another one that doesn't have a confirmed release date yet for 2015, but hoping it's 2015, and that's Persona 5.
I
Me.
forgot about this one.
How dare you forget about Persona? But yeah, as most people know, I'm a massive JRPG fan, and Persona series is up there as one of the absolute best series of all time. Finally got around to playing Persona 4 this past summer, Golden, the Vita version,
Hmm.
and instantly it has become probably in my top 5 favorite games of all time. Uh, just the story direction of the Persona games are fantastic. The battle system is classic, but easy to get into, somewhat. But yeah, the story, the social links, just building like such good emotional attachments to the supporting cast is just phenomenal in those games. So yeah, Persona 5, I'm really, really curious to know on how the Persona team are doing this one. I mean, will we see gameplay style akin to Catherine, perhaps?
Yeah, that's possible. Since
Hmm.
that was the last thing they worked on, right?
Yep.
I don't know if they directly worked on the fighting game ones because I know those were done by Axis.
Hmm. Yeah, I think they helped out, but they didn't really
Hmm.
do much. Uh, I'm not sure if Persona Q is done by them or not. Don't think so.
Hmm.
But yeah, Persona 5. Ugh, cannot wait for that game. That is up there, up way up there. Ah, But yeah, that's our top 5 most anticipated games of 2015. And there are
Yeah,
so many more outside of that.
yeah. And ones that we don't even know about that we'll find out from now until E3 pretty much of next year.
hmm And, well, our first news story is covering one of those games, which, well, damn, I should have had that in my top 5, but, well, I'll use the excuse that we had a news story, didn't want to spoil it. So, yeah, I guess I'll take us away here with this one, and that's coming in 2015 to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. It's Just Cause 3.
Dun dun dun.
I could not be more excited for this game. The Just Cause 2 was one of those sleeper hits that came out. Oh, the story may be utter garbage. The graphics are not the best. The voice acting and whatnot was horrible. But when it comes to gameplay, Just Cause is like one of the absolute most fun series you can play ever. And Game Informer is doing revealed the game as part of its December cover story, which places the game in the Mediterranean. It will feature vastly improved parachute and grapple mechanics, woohoo, as well as the same strong focus on crazy physics and mayhem. So get ready to attach a car to a jet and have some fun. Or a car to a helicopter for a wrecking ball.
hmm
Did you play Just Cause 2?
No, I haven't played any of the Just Cause games. I heard about them, and I heard they were, really fun with the big open world.
Mm-hmm.
But I just never got around to playing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the open world is massive. To be honest, I think it rivals the scale of GTA 5.
Damn, that's
Because
huge.
yeah, you can get into a plane and it will take you about 12 minutes to get across the map.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's huge.
yep. Lots of water though, lots of trees. Like there are some big city hubs there, but a lot of it's open space. Don't get me wrong, but and lots of destructible environments. Lots of stuff you can blow up.
Who is this developed by?
Avalanche Studios.
Avalanche. I know it was published by, was it Square? Was
Yep,
it?
published by
Okay.
Square.
Yeah, I remember that that detail, but I don't remember. Like I haven't played the game, so I can't say much about it.
hmm Yeah, it's going to be exciting, I think. If anything, it's going to be wild and wacky. Just look up videos on YouTube of the second one, and you'll get a
hmm
great idea of what's coming. And
Okay.
just to think what they can do on the PS4 and Xbox One right now, oh man, it's going to be pure chaos.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out well. So moving on to our second story this week, and that is Phil Spencer teases that Rare's not dead. Now the title is Phil Spencer teases what Rare is up to. Recently, Phil Spencer, of course, the head of Xbox, took a trip out to Rare Studios to see what they were currently working on, and all we know so far is that they're working on a distinctly Rare game, as far as I know from the quote that he gave, which we don't know exactly. There's been that copyright trademark for Battletoads,
hmm
which I hope it's not Battletoads because I don't think I've never played the game, but what I've heard about the games, they're notoriously hard, and
hmm
I don't know if that's a license that deserves to be revived right now. Like it wasn't. I know it has like a cult following, but
Love it myself.
yeah, it's not. I guess it doesn't really hold like a place in my heart for me from my childhood. So I don't really care much about.
hmm
So we'll see what they're working on. Is it a new Banjo? Is it another one of their properties?
Viva Pinata.
Viva Pinata on the Xbox One, or are they working on? I don't think they're working on Kinect games anymore because that's not a focus. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to what they're working on. I'm wondering what the hell happened to that Banjo Connect game that they showed like a logo at not this year's E3, but the year before.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
I guess people forgot about that, but yeah, we'll see what they're working on.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm curious too. Like yourself, I really hope it's not Battletoads for different reasons. Mostly because I don't want them to sully it.
Hmm.
Battletoads was the Dark Souls of my generation. It does not need to
Yeah.
get easy, which I have a feeling it would if it released today.
Yeah, I think if they would re-release it under like Classics brand name or something like that, that would be cool. But if they try to reboot it and create like
Ugh.
a new version, I think that would just be dumb.
Yep. Uh, yep. Maybe it's a new IP. That would be cool. We don't have enough new IPs these days.
I want Banjo. As simple as that. I want Banjo.
well,
Banjo
speaking
Kazooie 3.
well, speaking of things that people want,
Oh.
uh, there's been a lot of talk about Suicide Squad recently. There's rumors going around that Jared Leto could be playing the Joker, which is cool.
Hmm.
But it's being reported now that it's possible Margaret Robbie could be playing Harley Quinn.
Yes.
So yeah, if you don't know who Margaret Robbie is,
What's the Wolf of Wall Street?
oh yeah, that's a really good way to get to know who she is. But yeah, nipping at the heels of the talk that Jared Leto might be playing the Joker in David Ayer's Suicide Squad comes a report claiming that Australian actress Margaret Robbie will be play Harley Quinn in the film. Collider is breaking the news, citing unnamed sources. Robbie's name was always in the mix alongside Will Smith's, Tom Hardy's, Jesse Eisenberg, who is expected to reprise his role as Lex Luthor, English English actress, model, singer Cara Delevingne also reported was also reportedly considered for the Harley role. Um, yeah, I'm totally down with her playing Harley Quinn. She's got the look and she's definitely got the voice for it. That
Yeah.
Jersey accent she did in
Oh
Wolf of
man.
Wall Street was, next to perfect for Harley Quinn.
Hmm. I think this will work. I'm interested to see how the whole cast turns out. And
Mm.
if Jared Leto does play the Joker, I wonder what his take on the Joker is going to be. If it's going to be like a imitation of Mark Hamill or, Jack Nicholson's Joker, or if it's just going to be a whole brand new version.
I'm hoping for something more akin to, Mark Hamill's Joker. We
Hmm.
need that kind of Joker now.
Yeah. Well, I didn't just get Troy Baker to be the Joker.
He's too busy like recording like
Being in every
500 video
game,
games. Yeah.
every game ever made.
Yeah. Right now he's recording Troy Baker the game.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is cool, and I mean, there's been other people being talked about for the movie, like Will Smith, as we mentioned, and Tom Hardy. Um, yeah, I'm really curious about what the cast is going to be here, and if Leto is playing the Joker, are they changing it up so that he's part of the Suicide Squad, or
Yeah,
would he
because
be
he's
the
not part.
villain in the movie?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Harley will be a nice addition, and maybe we'll get her new 52 costume or old school costume, something in between.
We'll see what it turns out. I don't think we'll see this film for a while, so
Now, well, it's scheduled for 2017, right?
yeah, I believe so. So it's a ways off.
Hmm.
But yeah, speaking about comic book comic book films news, there's this really crazy and stupid rumor that's going around that there was talks over at Sony, who owns the Spider-Man license, for an Aunt May movie. And it's supposed to be starring Aunt May from the Spider-Man franchise, but a younger version as a youth, which, why? Like, out of every out of every character in the Spider-Man universe, why would we need an origin story for Aunt May? Like,
Mm.
it's just stupid. Like, no. Like, stop it, Sony. Like, no.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Mhm.
That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say. There's nothing else to this.
Yeah, it's essentially scraping the bottom of the barrel to do stuff. This is a pure sign of desperation when you want to do a movie about an old lady, essentially.
It, I don't know what they're thinking. What is this, like another Titanic? Like, you can have the old lady from Titanic play Aunt May.
Now, if we were going to go with a modern day Aunt May movie where she goes around fighting crime, I'd watch that. Come on.
I don't know. Even
She
that's...
bakes somebody cookies, you know. I know it'd be a 2 hour long movie where it's just her in the
You know what
house.
I want to see? I'd rather see the fucking origin story from Bonesaw. I'd rather see that. If Macho Man was still alive, an origin story of Bonesaw and his wrestling career. Oh man.
Fuck, that would be awesome. Yeah. Oh, well, that's it for the news this week. Wasn't a whole lot that's been going on since the last
Yeah.
podcast.
Not really. It's just been a bunch of games been releasing and they all been broken.
Yeah. We could have done a whole podcast on like 10 stories. This game's broken. That game's broken. Oh, everything's broken.
Yep.
But anyways, let's talk about some games that we've been playing, some stuff we've been watching, and maybe even some stuff that we've been reading.
Maybe.
Yeah. Alright, so let's dive into the been playing section, and I'm going to let you kick this one off.
So, speaking of broken games, Halo Master Chief Collection online still doesn't work, but I've been playing the single player campaigns, in particular the first Halo campaign. I just finished that up today, and it looks and runs great. It's at 1080p, 60 frames a second. Of course, it's the remastered version that they did on Xbox 360 a few years ago for the 10th anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks really nice. And it was fun playing it. At first, it was kind of weird since Halo's been traditionally 30 frames a second, jumping to the 60. So it took some time to get used to it. But besides that, I'm really digging it, and I'm looking forward to playing Halo 2 because that's the one they remastered with the Xbox One engine, and then Halo 3 and Halo 4 eventually, just playing them in sequential order.
Mm-hmm.
But it is disappointing that the multiplayer is not working. I've only been able to get like into one game, and once I got out of that game, my screen went black and the game crashed. So, and
Damn.
I bought this digitally too, so I bought it digitally thinking, okay, I'm gonna be playing the multiplayer a lot.
Oh.
There are some of these games are, some of my favorite games. So, and it'd be something just that I could have on my Xbox One for the whole console generation whenever I wanted to hop back in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the multiplayer is still not working. So it's disappointing, but I'll be getting through the campaigns now. If I finish all four campaigns and the multiplayer is still not working, then that's not good at all.
No,
Like,
that's...
even now, I'm not giving them a pass, but I'm just saying, like, typically I'm more of a single player guy, but I do actually enjoy the Halo multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes. Supposedly a patch is supposed to be released sometime later this week. I know they delayed it a few days because they wanted to make sure everything was working fine, but it is ridiculous that this is one of Microsoft's biggest releases of the year,
Mm-hmm.
if not the biggest, because Sunset is a new IP and this is Halo, so
Yeah.
this will be technically the bigger release, and
Mm-hmm.
it's all four games and the multiplayer maps, etc. So hopefully they get it fixed within the next week.
Yeah. I have a friend who's a massive Halo fan. I haven't spoken with him to see how he's thought about it yet, but I'm pretty sure he's been playing the campaign mostly. That's what he was most excited for, just to do the campaign from 1 straight to 4 in a row.
Yep.
Alright, well, the first game off of my list is Shadow of Mordor, which I have finally managed to make some progress into that game, and I'm pretty sure I'm close to entering into the second area now, but still loving that game. The combat feels so good. Story's alright, but yeah,
That's what I've heard. Some people say that the story is,
it's
eh.
alright. I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings guy, so I'm like, this is kind of interesting, but the gameplay and the Nemesis system is just so good. Makes it fun just to run around, kill orcs, do the little side missions that pop up, go avenge people, that sort of thing. And the game looks great too. Like, it is uh, maybe the first real good-looking next-gen game I've played.
Oh, really?
That's made me think like, wow, this is next-gen, even though it came out on previous gen today.
Did it?
Yeah, the 360 and PS3 version
I
got
haven't
released
seen it
today.
anywhere, so I'm wondering if it actually did or if they just canceled it secretly. Like, screw it, it's not coming out.
Mhm,
Yeah, I've been debating that game because I know it's going to be, at least over here in the States on Black Friday, it's going to be pretty cheap.
mhm.
It's going to be $25 in a couple
Oh,
places, so
oh wow, definitely a good pickup
yeah.
then.
I have so many games right now that even if it's a great price, I'm like, am I actually going to get to it right now? So that and the Evil Within are going to be that price. So
Mm.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'm still playing through some other stuff. So speaking of some other stuff,
Breakaway.
um, yeah, I gotta do like terrible like transitions like Destin does on Podcast Unlocked. It's you have to listen. They're so terrible. It's just terrible. But anyway, next game I got on here, which I've only played briefly, and I'm doing it in this order after speaking about Halo for a reason, and that is Far Cry 4, which I'm really hyped for, and it came out today. I went and picked it up. But I was finishing up, like I said, the Halo 1 campaign. So I did that, and then a few hours later, after I had lunch, I started Far Cry 4,
Mhm.
and I couldn't get into it. Like, and I guess it's because I was jumping from Halo, that's a different controller on a different console, and it's a first-person shooter, and it's running at 60 frames a second. Whereas Far Cry's, of course, on PS4, I got it different controller, different control scheme. It's running at 30 frames a second. So I don't know. I guess jumping between two first-person shooters back and forth was kind of strange for me.
Mhm.
So maybe that's why like I kept pressing the wrong buttons when I was trying to do things. But what I played, the intro was really good. Pagan Min is right at the beginning of the game, and he's just outrageous. That's wicked. Outrageous is the word to describe. I really liked the intro, but then when I actually started playing it, I was kind of thrown off. But I am gonna get back into it because it is one of my most anticipated games of the year.
Mhm.
And from what I briefly played, the game looks great. Um, I haven't seen much of the wildlife yet. I only saw like an elephant run through some people so far, but that looked great. And it was just really the introduction sequence of the game.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be getting back into that pretty soon, probably later tonight, and give it another go.
Cool, cool. I was talking with a friend at work who's been playing it. Maybe
Mhm.
he, got it by a different means on PC at first. But
Uh,
he was going up a mountain at one point, he told me, and he saw a mountain goat, and he was like, I'm going to go up there, I'm going to punch that goat off. Before he could get up there, though, an eagle actually swooped down, picked up the goat, and threw it off the mountain right in front of him. So,
that's great. Yeah, that's what's great about Far Cry is those random things that happen in the world. I can't wait to see that. And I know there's DLC coming out that has Yetis,
oh God.
and I'm definitely gonna be getting that. It looks awesome. So,
Mhm. Alright, well, the next game on my list is one of the free PlayStation Plus games of this month, and that's The Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
hmm.
That game is dark as fuck, but really good. Nice dungeon crawler type deal. Uh, but yeah, very creepy, very, very dark tones in that game. But well worth playing, and it's free right now for PlayStation Plus users. If you don't have a PlayStation Plus or PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation Vita, go buy the PC version because this is a game worth playing. Like, it is so good.
I gotta check it out. Like I've been hearing about this game for years now because it's been on PC for a while.
Hmm.
And I know it's supposed to hit Nintendo platforms at one point, but I could see with the dark tones
Yeah,
why there was some like religious,
yep.
imagery and things like that. So I
Uh,
guess that's why they backed away from it.
yeah, the basic story of the game is Isaac and his mother were living a nice, happy life. Isaac's mother hears the word of God, or what she thinks is the word of God, telling her that her son was sinful. So first she takes away his toys, then she takes away his clothes, then eventually God speaks to her again and it's like, your son is still doomed to sin. Or, no, he requires a sacrifice to for her to prove her, like, commitment to him. So
Yeah.
he tells her to go kill Isaac.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Dark religious tones. Not kid-friendly, that's for sure. But the
Yeah.
gameplay itself is really fun.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I know I downloaded it like I did with all the other PS Plus as I usually do, but there's so much out to play.
Hmm.
I haven't gone back to a lot of those PS Plus games. But moving on forward, which is I know one game you've been playing because I've played it with you, and that is Mario Kart 8. The brand new
Yahoo!
DLC came out. It's really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
If you have Mario Kart 8, buy this DLC. It's actually well priced.
Hmm.
Nintendo's not gouging you. I believe it's
No.
like $7 if you just get this first DLC, which has 8 new courses, like 3 new characters, a bunch of carts and wheels and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But if you buy both in advance, I think it's like 12, $13,
Yep.
which is a complete steal because you get another 8 courses in May and you get like the villager and Isabelle from Animal Crossing. And I believe one other character, I can't remember who it
Dry
was.
Bones.
Okay, yeah, Drive Ones also. So it's really good. We played it the other day with Aussie Legend for like 3 hours,
Yeah.
just cracking jokes about Rob Schneider and just random stuff. And it was a blast. We definitely have to hop back in and play some more,
Oh,
but
yes.
really enjoying it. And that's cool that Nintendo could refresh games like these now that their console actually has,
Hmm.
decent online support
Yep.
and a decent store and infrastructure compared to like the original Wii. Now they can patch it and release new content for, which it seems like they're going to be doing that a lot with Smash Brothers also. So
Yeah, after this DLC, I'm really excited to know what they're going to do for Smash Brothers.
yeah, because they've been doing DLC pretty well since they've started doing it within the last few years. So
Hmm.
definitely give them props for that.
Yep, they definitely looked at everybody else and was like, that's not how you do it. We can do better. Because, I
Mhm.
mean, if, say, EA or Ubisoft or Microsoft or Sony was going to give us this DLC, it would have been $20 easy.
Yeah, easy. Yeah,
Hell, I think I would have...
each would have been $20.
Yeah. And, well, it would be worth $20, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it would, honestly, yeah.
Because those new courses are just fantastic, especially like the ones based off other games, like the Excite Bike track,
Oh, that
Mule
one's really
City,
fun.
and the Hyrule Field and Castle. That I honestly cried when I first played the Hyrule Field, just because it was such fan service.
Yeah, I hope they keep doing this, man. Releasing more and more DLC. Like we were talking about, like Diddy Kong Racing,
Hmm.
stuff like that. That would be awesome to see some courses from that game.
Yep. Or hell, even more some F-Zero courses. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Now they only need Captain Falcon in the game.
Well, if you get the Captain Falcon amiibo, you get the
I
outfit
might have to buy him just for that.
just for the me outfit.
Hmm. All right. Well, Mario Kart 8. Scratch that one off my list. Uh, well, speak of another Wii U game. I've been playing some more Bayonetta 2. on the Wii U. And that game's so good. Again, so good. And it's not broken like everything else.
I need to play that, man. It's sitting in my backlog.
I need to get back into it. Probably a mix between wrestling and Bayonetta 2 and my current future of gaming right now. Until
Yeah.
Smash Brothers comes out on Friday. Fuck.
Yeah, there's so much. Like, December is going to be my month, like my cleanup month,
Mm-hmm.
where I go back and go through all like the big releases of the year
Yeah.
that I need to play through.
Same here. I have one game I'm picking up next month, and that's Kingdom Hearts 2.5, but that can easily get put onto the shelf for later. It's
Yeah.
been played before, it's just being added to the collection, more or less.
hmm
But yeah, Bayonetta 2, the combat, so good. The story's funny and amusing. Fuck you, Polygon, for your, review of it, because I'm not even going to get into that here. I've already spoke about that on my pickups video. But, yeah, I'd highly recommend it to anybody who owns a Wii U. If you've been contemplating getting a Wii U, buy a Wii U just for Bayonetta 2. That's essentially what I did right now. But yeah, Bayonetta 2, it's great. I cannot recommend it enough. If you love over-the-top crazy action with a fun character, this is definitely the game for you.
hmm So my final game is Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix.
Ooh!
I just got this in the mail the other day, and I started Kingdom Hearts, what's it called? The Final Mix, right?
Yeah.
I started it out up to Traverse Town, which is really early in the game. It's about an hour in or so after you leave the island that you start out in. And I'm kind of confused when it comes to the story in some areas. But it's fun. It's a simple action RPG. I like how they're implementing the different Disney characters into it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen much, of course, because I've just hit Traverse Town, so I haven't interacted with that much in terms of the Disney characters. So I think it looks amazing, honestly, on HD, like for being a PS2 game that I believe came out maybe 2001, 2002.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks really nice in HD, and the transfer was really nice that they did. The cutscenes and all that, the voice acting, everything looks spot on. So I'm digging that, and I'm going to be playing some more because I've always wanted to get into the Kingdom Hearts series. I tried the 3DS one. I just didn't like dropping back and forth between Sora and Riku in that one.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just play the main Kingdom Hearts game 1, and then I'll get the 2.5 HD remix later on once I finish this one, and then eventually Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I'm digging it.
Cool. I'm glad to hear that. That series is probably one of my favorite of all time.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm a massive Final Fantasy fan, massive Disney fan. That was, bread and butter for me when that game came out.
It's actually making me want to get some of the Disney movies on Blu-ray, but that they've put like back in that damn Disney vault, like Beauty and the Beast and Pinocchio, like those. I was looking them up online, and they go for like $100 now.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of it and seeing all the other characters from different Disney films.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I hope you have a great time with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the final game on my list is one that I was playing just before this podcast began, and that's WWE 2K15. Brother! It has to be done. Just wait for the unboxing video. It's going to be good. So yeah, I've been playing the game. I haven't really done much yet. I basically just dove into the My Career mode, created my guy, and started things off. Did a couple of matches in the Performance Center, and I'm currently on NXT where I won the NXT title, and the next week I lost a match against Bo Dallas and lost the title.
Out of everybody on the roster, you had to lose to Bo Dallas.
I just didn't believe, man.
You didn't believe, man.
But yeah, I'm enjoying the game though. Matches, they feel a lot more solid. Like getting a victory now is like, whew, I did it. I managed to do it. And even when losing, you still get like a 5-star rating out of your
Uh-huh.
match performance. And yeah, the match I just lost against Bo Dallas, I still had a 5-star rating because the match was put on extremely well. Lots of back and forth, lots of reversals, few kickouts. It's all about like the show that you put on, your move variety,
Yeah, so you
stuff like
can't like
that.
spam the same like moves over
Yeah,
and over.
you can do that, but you're not going to get that much experience from it.
Hmm. That's
And
pretty cool that they put that feature in there because that's like something you would do in other wrestling games. Like you would just spam the same shit over and
yeah,
over,
it
and now
makes
it
it.
kind of forces you to have more diversity.
Yeah, it makes it more like a wrestling RPG slash simulator than
Yeah.
a straight up, beat 'em up.
Hmm.
But yeah, I haven't dabbled in any of the other stuff yet. Honestly, I haven't even like fought against any known wrestlers outside of Bo Dallas, Sami Zayn, and Neville, the current
Yeah,
NXT champion.
Adrian Neville. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't really dove into much yet. The creation tools, I want to say that they're a little more scaled back. Maybe there's some
Yeah.
stuff I haven't unlocked yet, but there doesn't seem like a whole lot there in terms of clothes and customizations that you can do,
Hmm.
which is a tad unfortunate given, previous years have gotten so good with that stuff.
Yeah, it seems like since it's the first next gen incarnation,
Mm,
they kind of scaled back.
yeah, they focused more on the engine and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
I
like
would
the
assume,
smoothness of the animations, and
hmm
that's because they look pretty smooth. Like when you're
they
actually
are.
in the ring, like they look a lot smoother. Like the motion capture, it looks really good.
hmm It is. It
Damn
is.
it, I want to go to Best Buy right now to fucking buy it.
Well, you could have.
I didn't believe.
No, you did not. But I'm really excited to play more, and I will probably have more on it in future podcasts because, well, for the next couple days anyways, it'll be mostly what I'm playing until Thursday when I go to
You
pick up
haven't
Spencer.
dabbled into the what's the other uh, what are they like the rivalries that they have? You know, like CM
Showcase.
Punk, yeah, with CM Punk and Cena, and I think it's Triple H and Shawn Michaels,
hmm
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, haven't done that yet. All I've done is my career.
NXT. Oh, okay. So you haven't even gotten to see like the characters on the roster just in like an exhibition match or
Yeah,
anything.
nothing.
Oh, damn.
The only
That would
like
have been like the first thing I would have went
the
to
only
like
like
exhibition match.
the only
They're like
like
Brock Lesnar
yeah, the only arenas I've seen yet are the Performance Center and
and
NXT.
NXT. So you've seen the ones here in Orlando.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I'm enjoying it though.
I'm gonna go buy it now. Probably am. Drive to Best Buy again in the fucking cold ass weather. Anyway,
All right, well, let's dive into our been watching section.
so speaking of WWE, I've been watching a lot of the WWE Network as usual. They just started up this series called Rivalries
hmm
on the network, and the first two episodes, they had part one and part two on Austin versus McMahon. Those were really good. Then the second, I want to say second set because there was only one more episode, but it was just one part, and that was Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair, and that was really good also. So I like that they're doing all this original content, and they're constantly bringing new stuff out. Like they
hmm
have the top 10 matches, and then they have like not 10 matches, but like the top 10 lists that they do. And then they have like these rivalries. They have like WrestleMania Rewind. They have, a lot of stuff now. So
hmm
I'm hoping they bring back though the Legends roundtables that they did because I've watched all of them and they were all, from like several years ago that they did them.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping they do that more on a monthly basis. That'll be cool if they record some new ones.
Mm. Yeah, that would be cool. I still wish I had the WWE Network. Fucking
Yeah,
YouTube.
damn cable deals.
Yeah. Mostly it's our fucking government. That's why it didn't go through. But,
Hmm.
anywho, uh, well, the first thing on my list here for binge watching is just the usual superhero stuff. Flash, Arrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Constantine, all all being really, really good right now.
That's good to hear, dude. You keep watching Gotham because
I have, yes. It has
how's it been?
actually gotten good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did my thing where I watched the first 5 episodes. You got a best 3 out of 5 chance to earn me over to watch you. And
Yeah.
3 of the episodes were fantastic, and it's gotten extremely good. Like last week was probably the height of the show has been,
Mm-hmm.
or no, sorry, not last week. The week before was like the absolute best. Like it was good. It was damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And have you watched any more since the first episode?
Nah, I watched the first one and gave up. I
Ah,
said, forget this.
go back and try it, man. Go
Yeah,
back
I
and
think
give
I
it a
got it on
chance.
like my DVR downstairs. So
Give it a chance. Like get through. Well, there's only been 10 episodes right now. Watch them and base judgment off of that because it has gotten good.
okay.
But yeah, the usual superhero stuff. That's for me there.
Let me see while I look up Best Buy's hours. The next thing I got here is it is somewhat wrestling related because it stars The Rock, but that is
Oh, I know what's
Hercules. Oh
coming.
man. Oh man. Oh man. What a fail. Like I really like The Rock. This his movies honestly some are hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like some I enjoy. Like the majority I enjoy. Even like The Tooth Fairy was corny, but I enjoyed it
Mm-hmm.
for what it was. It was a children's movie. What do you expect? Even what was the other one he did? The football one, The Game Plan. I thought that was good too. It was a
Mm-hmm.
Disney movie.
Yep.
But this one has no excuse. Like it takes like the Hercules legend and tries to remix it, meaning he has a secondary cast of characters that help him along in his journey, and they try to ground him for the majority of the film until the end where, spoilers, he pushes a giant statue. But besides that, like you don't see any of the mythological creatures that we know from Greek mythology. What you saw in the trailer was pretty much the first like 2 3 minutes of the film
Wow.
where they were talking about Hercules's feats, and then it wasn't really true. It was just Hercules' cousin
Oh.
talking about these incredible feats. So they really pulled the rug out under you. So it was yeah, I try to give it a shot for what it is, an action movie, but when you take into consideration like Greek mythology and everything that's there, like they could have did a lot more with the film. It was just really disappointing overall. So I
That's.
definitely don't recommend it. Like if you're interested, watch it on Netflix or Amazon when it's on there, but don't even rent it, like
Ooh.
honestly.
That's
Yeah.
brutal.
And I bought it, so screw
Damn.
Hercules Steelbook.
Well, thanks for taking the plunge for all of us.
Yeah.
The next thing on my list is The Walking Dead.
Hmm.
And
I haven't watched that in a while. I stopped watching it.
really,
I think because I got lost and because they put like one of the more recent seasons up on Netflix, and
hmm
I try to go back to figure out like when I stopped watching it, and now I just can't figure out when I
oh,
stopped. So I'm kind of lost, and I stopped watching it because I don't know, I just kind of lost interest in it.
hmm
It keeps getting more and more popular, but I don't know.
yeah. Uh, the latest season's been good. Some really nice episodes focusing on a few characters off by themselves. The last episode just basically revolved around Daryl and Carol,
Mhm.
and that was a great episode. Like, not a whole lot of dialogue, but a lot of like emotion and mood setting, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's been good. I've been really enjoying this new season. It's included cannibals, so that was tasty.
I heard like the first episode was ridiculous.
It was.
Like the season opener.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yes, it was.
it's crazy.
Hmm.
So yeah, so moving on to the last thing I've been watching, and that is Halo Nightfall, which is a digital series that is being produced by Ridley Scott's company.
Hmm.
And it was included. It's weird, like how this happened, because it was supposed to be included with the Master Chief Collection, but when you access it, it takes you to the Halo, like what was Halo Waypoint on 360, but now they have like the Halo channel, whatever the hell they call it now. It might still be Waypoint. I can't remember, but it takes you there, and you watch it from there. So far, the only one episode's out. I think maybe the second episode came out today. I think it's gonna be 5 total episodes like they did with Forward Unto Dawn when Halo 4 came out, or leading up to Halo 4. And this one has a Agent Locke, which is going to be one of the characters you encounter or play as it's been rumored in Halo 5.
Hmm.
And it takes place, I want to say after the events of Halo 4, or around that time. I can't remember exactly when it's supposed to be taking place. But yeah, it's good. It's well made. The story's interesting. You're like in outreaches of space, because by this time the humans and the Covenant have formed like a truce essentially, and signed a peace agreement. But then they're in the outer skirts of space. There's still Covenant who are trying to destroy the humans.
Hmm.
So it's well made, and I'm digging it so far. We'll see where the series goes, because since it's broken up into 5 different pieces, you can't really get everything from one piece. But so far, the first piece was about half an hour, and the next piece is looking interesting because they visit one of the Halo rings, and at this point, it's really far away from like where it was, and it like the Halo ring is really hot during the day, so it's like everything's burned and charred because it's close to like somewhat of a sun, and they have to go in there at night and try to. I can't remember exactly what they're looking for, but they're trying to find because there was like this virus that was let out in the first episode, something like that. But we'll see more of it in future weeks when I talk about it.
Cool, cool.
But it's good so far. Definitely check it out if you're a Halo fan.
Nice. Well, let's continue the space trend, because one of the final things I have on my list is Interstellar, the newest
Huh.
Chris Nolan movie.
How was that? I've been hearing some people say it's great. I've been hearing some people say it's garbage.
It looked pretty.
Oh man.
Visually, it's probably one of the better IMAX movies I've gone to. Like
Yeah.
the way things are shot are just like really, really nice. But in terms of the story, it started off so well. It was good. Then it just got weirder and weirder. It was like Nolan became M. Night Shyamalan by the end of it.
Oh, one of
Yeah.
those movies.
Yeah, just like, oh. Main theme was that love could transcend space and time. Uh,
That sounds bad, man.
yeah, I, I really don't want to say anything because it would get into spoiler territories,
Mhm.
but yeah, it just got weird.
That's
It,
disappointing. Is it like weird? Like, have you seen 2001 Space Odyssey weird? Like the ending of that film?
I've never seen that movie, or I've
Oh,
seen
well,
parts of it, so.
yeah, the end of that film is like really weird, and I like it because it's supposed to be that way. But I don't know if they were trying to, because I've heard comparisons between 2001 and Interstellar. So I don't know. I'll have to check this one out when it comes out like on Netflix or something.
Yeah, for me, it's another Chris Nolan movie. It's like watch once and be done with it.
Oh, damn.
uh,
Was it what do you think was worse, Batman 3 or this? Because I did not like the last Batman film.
uh, I think I like the last Batman film more than this.
Hmm. Damn.
uh, yeah, just like everything, the characters, the acting was pretty bad. um,
Wow, that
pretty
sucks.
sure, like in the film, he has a daughter and a son, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he didn't give a fuck about his son afterwards. All he cared about was his daughter, I think.
Hmm.
But yeah, just the acting was pretty poor. I like McConaughey; he was pretty good in the film, but
Yeah.
the supporting cast were really bland. Yeah,
Hmm.
just ugh. But to change things around, makes to end off on a good note in the bin watching. Today I went and saw Big Hero 6, the new animated film from Disney, based off the
Hmm.
old Marvel comic.
How was it?
Fantastic. Like, the
Hmm. That's
story is
pretty
kind of,
good.
by the numbers type deal. Nothing new or inventive there, but it was funny, it looked good, the characters were great. Just, yeah, it was an overall fun movie, which I really enjoyed. And I also
That's
want to
good to
get
hear.
the Baymax pop vinyl now, too, because he's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I would recommend the movie to anybody. If you love like Wreck-It Ralph or Frozen, go see
Hmm.
Big Hero 6. It's worth a theater visit, I think.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, and with that, it's our Maybe We've Been Reading Something section, where once again, for I think the fourth time in a row now, I've actually got something to talk about, which is amazing for this show, really.
Miracle.
A miracle. Um, yeah, just Avengers, X-Men, Access, issues number 4 and 5 I've read. And Rick Remainder is doing another fantastic job with this storyline. It's been so good. In the past 2 issues now, there's been a bit of flip-flop because Doctor Doom and Scarlet Witch, they had to combine like chaos magic and good magic in order to stop the Red Skull. But in the process of doing so, they completely changed around the characteristics of a lot of people. Captain America is kind of selfish right now. Carnage is acting as a hero, going around saving people. Deadpool's a pacifist at the moment.
That's funny.
So yeah, things have gotten a little topsy-turvy. In the latest issue, Spider-Man and Nova are going to the Avengers Tower because Cap, formerly Falcon, has called people there. Turns out, well, he just wanted to capture them all because he suspected one of them had released the Red Skull. So they
Wow.
use that they use Pym particles to shrink down most of the Avengers. Spidey and the new Nova, they escape, get saved by Magneto of all people, who is now working with Steve Rogers.
Yeah, this everything's gone to hell essentially.
Yeah, so Spider-Man's like talking with Cap when, Steve, when they're all stood away. He's like, so I wake up this morning, find out that Carnage is going around saving people. Captain America's gone nuts and just tried to kill me. What else can... Oh, and I just got saved by Magneto. What else can be worse? News report starts up on TV. In the previous issue, Hulk hulked out. We are now having the Hulk's Hulk. He was also affected. He is now in Arizona, completely destroying shit and killing people, and looking for somebody to fight.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, that happens. And again, Spidey's like, oh yeah, we could have used some bad news. Things can't get any worse. Nova teleports out and goes to fight the Hulk. So they decide to go to the Quinjet. A rumbling noise happens. They go outside. Apocalypse has arrived.
Everything's screwed.
Everything is screwed right now. Just getting worse and worse by the second. So yeah, Avengers Access. It's been an interesting read. And it's really gotten me back into reading comics again.
It's good to hear.
Alright. And with that, it's time to go into our shameless self-promotion section. And
Yeah, I don't think I have anything. I did this Mario Kart video, where I just went through the new tracks pretty much. I was supposed to do Wrestling Week, but that didn't pan out. I ended up getting sick over the weekend when I was planning to record all the videos, so yeah, I don't know what I'll be putting up on the channel this week. Every week it's been something random, like last week with Mario Kart, the week before was like the Club Nintendo posters. I'll put something up this week, I just don't know what it is right now.
cool. The Mario Kart video was great, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
As for myself, a lot of the usual stuff, the unprofessional review, I put up a Pokemon X one. I will be recording one for Just Cause 2 this week. I put up gameplay videos for The Binding of Isaac and Shadow of Mordor. A new episode of Hatefio Boyfriend went up, which I know some people were looking forward to.
Is that bird one?
That's the bird dating simulator, yes.
I need to watch the first episode because that just looks weird.
I also did my October pickups video. New comic shop pickups video. 2 of them, actually, I think, since the last podcast. The latest one, I showed off my new Harley Quinn statue, which I paid $100 for. Will not regret it. And I put up a new type of video called Let's Smell a Comic, where I went through the Harley Quinn annual, which was a rub and smell issue.
That sounds dirty.
Ooh, it was. And
It's dirty like the lewd sex scenes from GTA.
No. There was only one instant where you had to rub Harley's leg to get a smell of banana lotion. Well, that was
That's
it.
fun.
But yeah, some interesting smells otherwise. My initial reactions are on that video if anybody's curious.
I gotta watch that, man.
And yeah, that pretty much does it for me. Expect some other stuff in the future, maybe some WWE videos soon. But yeah, other than that, that's it for me.
Sounds good.
So I guess with that, it's time to wrap up this podcast. And guys, if you have any questions and comments, please leave them down below. Tell us what you're most excited for next year in terms of video games. What you've been playing, what you've been watching. Are you excited for the Aunt May movie?
What games haven't you been able to play because they're broken?
Yes.
Broken games.
That's a podcast in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's going to do it for us. Izzy, why don't you take us out?
So, as always, I appreciate you guys checking out this podcast and listening to us. Leave us comments down below and let us know what you're playing. All the other good stuff. As always, I am Izzy. He is Lord X. And thanks for listening to the CanUK podcast. See you guys later.
Brother!